Hello, I'm Olivia Harris, a board-certified family medicine physician.
Friends, I need to ask you something deeply personal right now. When was the last time you sat down to eat a meal and truly enjoyed every single bite without worrying, without calculating, without feeling guilty about what was on your plate? When was the last time you looked at your dinner table and felt joy instead of anxiety? When was the last time food felt like a pleasure rather than a problem you had to solve? If you cannot remember the last time any of that happened, I want you to know something before we go any further. You are not alone in this. Not even close. And this message was made specifically for you. Here is a number that stopped me completely cold the first time I saw it as a practicing physician. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 1 in 3 Americans over the age of 60 already has diabetes, or is on the direct and accelerating path toward it right now, today. At this very moment. And here is the part that genuinely and consistently keeps me up at night. The vast majority of those people have absolutely no idea that any of this is happening inside their bodies. None whatsoever. Because diabetes in its early stages feels like nothing at all. There is no dramatic pain that sends you rushing to the emergency room. There is no obvious warning signal that your body sends you. There is no single moment where something inside you raises its hand and clearly says, "Stop. Something is seriously wrong here." Instead, it just quietly and patiently works in the background, day after day, week after week, month after month, slowly and silently affecting your eyes, your kidneys, your heart, your nerves, your circulation, and your immune system, while you go about your daily life completely and utterly unaware that any of it is happening. By the time most people finally find out, years of silent, invisible, and in many cases, irreversible damage have already been done deep inside their bodies. I have sat with patients in my office who broke down in tears when they learned how long this process had been going on inside them without their knowledge. And every single time that happens, I carry that moment home with me. Because it did not have to go that far. It truly did not. But before I share what the research tells us we can actually do about this, I want to take just a moment to speak to the emotional reality of what so many of you are living with right now. Maybe you were diagnosed recently and the fear has not left you since that day. Maybe you have been managing this for years, and you are simply exhausted by the constant vigilance it demands. Maybe you watched a parent or a sibling or a close friend suffer through the complications of this disease, and the fear of following that same path wakes you up at 3 in the morning. Whatever brought you here today, I want you to hear this directly from me as your physician. Your fear makes complete sense. Your exhaustion is valid. Your grief over the foods you used to love and the freedom you used to feel at the table is real. And it deserves to be acknowledged. And at the same time, I need you to hear something else just as clearly. This is not the end of your story. Not even close. Here is what the science actually tells us. And I need this number to truly land for you. A landmark study funded by the National Institutes of Health, one of the most rigorous and carefully designed diabetes prevention studies ever conducted in the United States, followed thousands of Americans across the country over multiple years, and found that the right lifestyle changes, implemented consistently and with the right guidance, reduced the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by an extraordinary and remarkable 58%. Let me say that one more time so it truly settles in. 58%. Not from a new blockbuster drug that costs hundreds of dollars a month. Not from a complicated surgical procedure with weeks of recovery. 58% risk reduction through deliberate, informed, practical changes in what people chose to eat, and how they chose to move their bodies every single day. And here is the part of that study that I share with every patient over 60 who sits across from me feeling like it might already be too late for them. That result, that extraordinary 58% reduction in risk, held true even for the participants who were over the age of 60 when they made these changes. Your age is not working against you the way you might fear it is. Your body has not given up on you. Your cells are still listening to every message you send them through the choices you make each day. They are still capable of responding, still capable of healing, still capable of changing course in ways that will genuinely surprise you. if you give them the chance. Now I know with absolute certainty what some of you are thinking right now. Because I have heard it hundreds of times in my examination room. Over the past 2 decades. I am already past 60. My habits are deeply set. Is it really realistic for me to think I can change anything meaningful at this point in my life? I want to answer that question not just with science, but with something much older and much deeper. Hippocrates, the father of medicine himself, said more than 2,500 years ago, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." He said that in a world without blood tests, without glucose monitors, without any of the tools of modern medicine, and yet 25 centuries of accumulated medical science have done nothing but confirm the profound wisdom he already understood. What sits on your plate today, at this meal, at the next one, is one of the most powerful and most accessible medicines available to any human being at any age and at any stage of life. The ancient Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote in his personal journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." The food choices that feel overwhelming right now, those are within your power. Not perfectly, not all at once, but meaningfully, consistently, and in ways that add up to something truly transformative over time. In my full-length video on this channel, I walk you through 5 specific, practical, and deeply science-backed dietary strategies that were designed with people in their 60s and beyond specifically in mind. Not general advice that applies to everyone and therefore truly helps no one. 5 targeted strategies based on how the aging body actually works, how metabolism actually changes after 60, and what the published clinical research actually shows. Produces real results in real people at this stage of life. Each strategy comes with the exact research behind it, the specific portion sizes and frequencies that matter, and the biological explanation for why each change works at a cellular level inside your body. I also share something in that video that goes far beyond blood sugar numbers and glycemic indexes, and all the clinical language that can sometimes make this feel cold and distant and overwhelming. I share something about what it truly and deeply means to live with full purpose, with genuine joy, and with the kind of energy that lets you be completely present for the people and the moments that matter most to you in this chapter of your life. Because staying healthy at 60 is not simply about adding more years to the end of your life. It is about having the physical energy and the mental clarity to be truly and fully present for your grandchildren in the years you have. It is about having the stamina to contribute the wisdom and the perspective that only someone who has lived and loved and struggled and grown for 6 decades can offer to the world. It is about showing up every single day with your whole self as the person that the people you love most in this world still genuinely need you to be. One of my patients, a 67-year-old man named Robert, sat in my office exactly 2 years ago this month with genuine tears running down his face. He told me that he felt like his best days were completely behind him, that the diagnosis he had just received meant that the version of himself he most wanted to be was no longer available to him. He was grieving, and his grief was real and it was valid, and I honored it. And then we talked about what was actually possible. Today, 2 years later, Robert's blood sugar levels are fully and consistently under control. He walks every single morning for 30 minutes without fail, something he told me he never would have believed possible 2 years ago. He has lost 22 pounds without ever feeling like he was on a diet. And he called my office just last month to tell me something that I want every single person watching this video to hear. He said, "Doctor, I feel more alive right now, more purposeful, more like myself than I have felt since I was 55 years old." That transformation, that complete and genuine reversal of trajectory, did not come from a prescription. It did not come from a supplement or a special program that cost him a fortune. It came from 5 simple, practical, sustainable changes that he made at his own dinner table, in his own kitchen, with food he bought at his own grocery store. And those same 5 changes, explained in full detail, with all the science and all the practical guidance. You need to actually implement them in your own life, are waiting for you right now in the full-length video on this channel. Everything you need is already there. All you have to do is take the next step. Please tap the play button below and watch it now.